And we're back, everybody. Thank you for bearing with us. Apologies, this stream should be a lot better now in terms of frames. It shouldn't lag. It was a bitrate issue, but we've solved it. We've resolved it. So hopefully we can head into game 2 with no more issues. But Transparent, what a game number 1.
What a game number 1. That is exactly what the kind of games we want to see here in the Nexus Rumble. A beautiful sort of bout between them over one of the tributes. And they're just absolutely trying their best, but in the most entertaining way possible. It's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. But we obviously do have 500 MS with the choice of map pick or first pick, and they have chosen to go to... They've chosen first pick.
They have indeed chosen first pick, and that meant that the Rantners then thought, I wonder where we haven't gone. You know, Lounge has a good favourite map. Let's go to the Infernal Shrines, and that is indeed where we've ended up. Hopefully there'll be some sort of spicy little Gaslight pick that we've been hoping for. And
yeah. But it looks like both teams are ready, so we'll be headed straight into the draft of game number 2 here. And for everybody tuning in, this is Heroes Lounge, but this isn't Heroes Lounge as you know it. This is the Nexus Rumble. So ! Rumble will tell you what it's all about. But we got a draft, Transparent.
Yeah, we do have a draft. And as said by Aviator, this is the Nexus Rumble. So if you want to take on one of these teams, and if you're between Division 5 and 7, if you think you can beat the victor, whoever it may be, or even just one of these teams, you know, then maybe, !Rumble. Find the sign-up link, and then or see it in the Discord channel, of course, and then sign up as your team, and you could be here next Sunday bouting it out against one of these teams for the Nexus Rumble crown.
Obviously, it is a winner stays on where possible. But here we go. We see the Cassia being banned out this time. They're not willing. They don't want to pick it themselves, and they're going to ban it out. Obviously, it did do a lot of work last map.
Yeah, we have seen Cassia had a couple of nerfs, but still able to put enough damage out to be able to take the win for the Rantners.
Yeah, so guys, there should be a contest up on screen in between me and Transparent. !Bet A, I'm a number of points for the team on the left hand side, 500 MS. !Bet B, I'm a number of points for the team on the right hand side, the Rantners. Obviously, there will be time throughout the draft to bet bets on, so you don't have to right away. You can do it at the end, and there will be a little reminder at the end as well. But we see no change in bans from the Rantners, banning out May, and we see Zul being banned out this time from 500 MS.
Yep. I just realized I tried to frame the banning, the betting, but I did it on the wrong side. But there lots of people bet for 500 MS last time because obviously they were the favourites. They're the Division 5 team over this Division 7, the Rantners. But the underdogs, they took it. But we see Chromie let through the draft, Aviator.
Not banning Chromie. I wonder if that'll come back to bite them because, as I said, Chromie right now with this W build just feels so oppressive to play into. But perhaps the Rantners don't care. Perhaps Transparent, they just don't care. And they say, do you know what, we can deal with the Chromie. We're going to pick our Tassadar and we're going to run at the Chromie. And there's the Leoric, actually. So they do have something to try and get onto that Chromie now with the Leoric. That's the issue about Chromie, is usually she's so safe unless she oversteps, right? So the idea, you need something to get at her, and what's better than an Entomb?
Yeah, spooky man who you can't stop, pops up, puts a little tomb around you, and then you just there as a gnome thinking, well, I'll press my my timeout button, but that's all I can do. And it's usually enough for the team to capitalize. But we see the ETC and the Sonya picked up. Now that ETC was pretty good from Stazzy Penguin. Obviously they went with the stage dive last game. Maybe they'll go with the more standard mosh pit. We'll see here.
Yeah, I reckon it'll probably be the mosh coming in, but who knows? We won't know until we go in. I think last game they just wanted all the globals, I think, and it was entertaining to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully the ETC will perform. But there we see the Anna ban coming out, so they don't want to deal with Anna plus Chromie. No nano boosted Chromie shenanigans.
Yeah, I wonder if they will go with the Lucio again, because Lucio's not quite as good against Chromie. You do have High Five if you want to cleanse. You can't High Five yourself, though, so maybe we'll see a different cleanse hero, just in case of that temporal loop talent, obviously, of Chromie's that's so bothersome to deal with.
Did you just actually suggest High Five?
Yeah, you know, it's a good bit of fun. It's the Nexus Rumble, Aviator. We can have high five here.
We can have high five. High five straight to the next game, and see you next week. No, actually, in the cup that I casted last playoffs, I think high five had 100% win rate.
That's what I've heard.
I think Yosh was raving about it, but there we see Oriel and Valor coming out, the OG kind of composition here.
Yeah, Oriel Valor with a sort of Chromie as a side, because Chromie you won't really need to worry about healing too much, but Oriel Valor just putting out a lot of damage. I think 500ms felt a bit insulted because, you know, they tried a fun many global game. They didn't get the Deathwing to polish it off. They went with Genji instead. And now they're like, well, we've dropped a map. We've got to put on the real stuff. And so we've got Oriel Valor going up against this Imperious Kira Tassadar Deckard Cain composition.
Yeah, I don't know which draft takes it for me. I think the Chromie pick is really nice, right? But obviously you do have Imperious, but they do have some interrupts. Obviously with Imperious, you normally want some CC to counter them. You've got the Oriel Whip, you've got the ETC knockback, so they do have tools to try and deal with the Imperious. So I'm not sure for me. But guys, make sure to get your bets in. The draft is over. You can see on screen the timer is ticking. Make sure to get the bets in. Exclamation mark bet A. I'm a number of points for 500 ms. Exclamation mark bet B. I'm a number of points for the Rantners, the Division 7 team who did beat this Division 5 team last time round.
Yeah, they did indeed. This is what the Nexus Rumble is all about. Some cross-division rivalry. These two teams are good friends. They've scrimmed each other. They've known each other in Division 7 as their 500 ms have climbed the ranks of Division 6 to Division 5. The Rantners have been left behind, but they want their vengeance, and they could take it now, Aviator. They could take it now with a quick 2-0, but we'll have to see as we go into game number 2.
Game number 2. Why is it not transitioning? Anybody? Transitions? Any transitions in chat? Ah, there we go. It transitioned. Okay. So, guys, game number 2 here. In the left-hand side for the blue team, once again, it's 500 ms. We have Cloud on the Chromie, Snazzy Penguin on that ETC, Drakva on Oriel, the One Knight on Sonya, and Ernie Mist playing Valor.
Yep, and on the right-hand side, as the red team, we have the Rantners up 1-0. We have Kex on Kira, Snazzy Pants on Leoric, LGM on Imperious, Cryon on Deckard Cain, and Jetsam J on Tassadar.
So immediately we see lots of quests coming in from both sides. We see Prog Rock from ETC, the W quest from Chromie, but we see the Deckard Cain going for the scroll of Identify.
Yeah, it's an interesting talent because you do struggle to stack it at times, but if they are able to stack it, they can get out a lot of damage with those level 16 talents. And LGM goes in straight onto the Oriel. Drakfall getting caught out here by LGM. Very well done from them. Ben Kex following up beautifully. Ernie Mist going very low. Snazzy Pants trying their best to get them down, but they are able to be healed up.
Yeah, there was the Tassadar. Really nice wall there from the Tassadar coming in just to try and secure the kill. Fortunately, not quite. Obviously, level 7 is a big power spike for Imperious. That's when he gets his Power Pie.
A Power Pie, a Flash of Anger. Able to get a bit of shielding for a bit more sustain and a heck of a lot more damage.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. But Ernie Mist and Drakfor and Snazzy Penguin are trying to slow down on Jetsam J, but no, LGM is able to peel away. Nicely done here from the Rantners. They're not quite as aggressive as they were able to be at the start of last game.
No, I think with this Valor Oriel, like sort of high sustain comp, right? They're just they're gonna be grouped together continuously. You're gonna see the Oriel Valor basically never leaving each other's side. They're like two peas in a pod. But we do see the stun coming out on ETC. There's no damage there yet. Kira coming down. This camp is going to be scouted out, but there's no time to get in there. And the whip from Oriel secures the camp.
Yeah, and we do see Chromie playing incredibly safe in the mid lane because they don't want to be caught out by a gank. They sort of learned their lesson from last game. And so they're just staying back and clearing the minions with a W.
And obviously, Cloud has a mount this time round as well, so he won't accidentally cancel his flight.
No, they won't. And I mean, once again, we see 500MS being the team to prioritize camps. I think that's that little bit of extra skill level of Division 5 proving to be their worth of having a bit of a macro present. And we do see now the Rantners picking up their side instead.
Yeah, the Rantners starting their own camp as well. Now, obviously, with the Shrine being in the mid lane, you are going to want to see teams rotate up and take their hard camp if possible. We do opt to see Leoric trying to double soak now, though, using that level 4 to great value, Neil Peasants. But Sonya is able to clear out the top lane, so Leoric needs to catch the wave, and does so. No team opting to take their hard camp here.
So one thing that is sort of causing to be the sort of the downfall of 500ms at the moment is ATC is able to power slide in, but that's all the CC they have if there's no nearby a wall. So most of the Rantners are able to just walk away.
Yeah, there's big rubies though on the ground here, and Imperious marches to take them up. Onimus is a bit low on mana, so he's going to have to tap here, and we are going to see the Shrine being started by the red team.
Of course, hot pursuit from Valor, so they do need to keep their stacks up if they want to maintain some sort of mana efficiency. Now we do see, 13 stacks now from the red team.
Yeah, 16 is in. The time trap comes out. Cloud using time trap on himself. Maybe that's a mistake, but here we go. We see the blue team stepping up here. They're looking for that engage. The chromie damage coming out on top of it. ETC knocks them back into further chromie damage as well. The stun coming out, they're landing onto 2. They slide to try and peel for his team. LGM's falling low though. Sonya comes in down now. She's spinning to winning, trying to get the kill onto Snazzy Pants. Snazzy Pants manages to unstoppable away and is able to live. But the red team to go back in though. LGM is quite low. There's no rubies on the ground and he gets taken down. That's first blood.
Yeah, first blood to 500ms. They are angry about last game. They want to say to the Rantners, no, we are the better team. We will do this. But Snazzy Pants is getting chased down as well. That's a second kill over for 500ms.
Yeah, 500ms with the quick 2 kills here on the first Shrine. And this is going to be the first Shrine of the game, going over to 500ms. Obviously, that Oriel Valor. It was so unfortunate that the Imperius goes in and the rubies just weren't quite there. You could see them sort of spawning. It's such a different team fight. If the rubies spawn, the Imperius manages to pick up those rubies, then he's able to live there.
Yeah, but we will see this sort of early game relentless pressure from the Valor Oriel now coming in. They may be able to get this fort if they really try hard. Obviously, the Tassadars trying their best to clear it up now, and Keck's a little bit low on the Kira, not sort of feeling confident to position forward, and we do see the fort fall down. Very nicely done.
The big stun come out from Imperius, so the rubies are on the ground though. Can he pick them up? The time loop comes out and secures the kill onto Imperius, but they do get the return kill onto Valor.
That's going to be super important for them. They're going to get that little bit of XP
it's
coming up.
It's temporal loop. Why did I say time loop? It's temporal loop. I play the Chromie. I should whatever. But yes, it's one kill. They do. Rantners get their kill on the board.
Yeah, and that kill against Valor really takes the wind out of the sails of the whole composition of 500ms. Look, Dragforce trying their best to do this camp with a low mana Chromie, and it's been scouted out by a Tassadar and a Deck again, but they're just going to take it because there's no way for Dragforce to get energy back. Only Mist is now soon arriving. That crown will need to be placed on their head as they go into battle here. Now, a good brawl is all the Oriel wants. Snazzy Penguin now gets a good slide and the chain, but we do see the temporal loop coming out from the Chromie. Kex swinging around and returns to that position once again, but Snazzy Penguin falling lower and lower. We do see LGM try to get the spear, and then Mist goes down once again. Beautiful play here from the Rantners.
Yeah, beautiful play indeed. The Rantners, the Division 7 team, everybody. So this is the Nexus Rumbles, Division 5 against Division 7. Cross-Division, cross-Epic, cross-Rare, cross-Legendary, and cross-Mythic matches. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
But with that, we do see level 10s are now in for both sides. And now we do see the Aegis, so no Resurrect. The Wrath of Berserker, obviously Chromie cheated and got her ultimate at level 8. We see Rain of Vengeance from Valor, so no Strafe. It is going to be the Rain of Vengeance. Perhaps they're trying to help peel for that Imperious charge coming in.
Yeah, it might be just something to follow up on the ETC slides as well, just something nice. But on the blue team, they've got that Archon, they've got the Stairwell and Nissel, the unrelenting strikes from Kira this game, so they're not looking to finish someone off, and they're looking to try and get Dragfor now. He's going to get stunned as well. The unrelenting strikes come out, they're going to force a... it does get interrupted, but we see everything getting popped. Mosh Pit on the other side getting interrupted by Stairwell. Jetsam J now into Archon mode. Snazzy Penguin falling lower and lower as he will probably go down. A slide to try their best. Chromie using Temporal Loop to maybe pick up a counter kill. They're not able to do it. Beautiful stuff here from the Rantners once again.
Yeah, really nice kill. The Mosh Pit was there, but just the interrupt came out. The Stairwell listen, and Sonya almost going to kill, but we see another engage here, and Tomb comes out. Kira, though, on the wrong side as she was spinning as the Crystal Aegis comes out to save him. The Force Wall, though, the red team need to retreat here. Sonya goes in, secures the kill onto Leoric.
Yeah, good opportunist play here from 500MS, finding an out of position Leoric and just taking them down as quick as they can. Nicely stuff. That's sort of one of the big benefits of Sonya. She can do really well into Leoric.
Yeah, and obviously there was a wave there as well, so she's just spinning. They don't have a huge amount of interrupts for the time, but we do see an engage coming in. LGM landing the spear here, the One Knight taking so much damage, but the Chromie, and the meanwhile throwing out those Ws, and here we go with the temporal loop coming out here. But Kex going in though on that Kira, trying to get a lot of damage in, does do it, but unfortunately gets taken down. They do secure the kill onto Valor though. Can they chase it down? The Ruby's on the ground, the Stay One Listen comes out, it's not quite landing here. LGM gets the spear, but it's knocked back by ETC. Tassar though wants to get the kill, 40 health from the Chromie. 40 health, LGM desperately wants that kill, surely. No, nobody.
Yeah, and I need to turn around and look at Dragfor maybe. Dragfor's been there, and Jack and Kane trying their best to chase them down. Sassypan's going to come and resurrect very soon, and they're going to be able to put an entomb round around these people. Dragfor now low on HP, but no one's there to follow up. Come on, the Rantners. You just need to put some sort of damage on one of these targets, and they will go down. But they're able to escape. I mean, that was a 2-for-2 trade, I think, in the end. It lasted so long that now all heroes are back up for this objective phase.
I don't know how so many people didn't die in that team fight. I feel like the Rantners were all sort of chasing their own hero. They're all playing their own mini game of I'm going to kill this person. But unfortunately, no one fell. But level 13 is in now for 500MS, and we're going to see them try and collapse onto this top shrine. Sonya's coming up as well. They're taking their hard camp. Here we go. But the red team starting the shrine early here, and they might have to retreat on this one and try and soak 13.
Yeah, of course, they did start the shrine early last shrine, but the pressure of Valor Oriole was able to force them off, and it had to go over to 500MS. But they've not made the same mistake this time. They're repositioning once again, maybe waiting for their heroics. And that level 13, of course, they might have to force an engage earlier, though. It looks like Tassadar's popped his Archon, and we do see the mosh pit come out, but it does get interrupted by Kira, and the Decacane Sleep is beautiful. The Aegis comes out onto the ETC, able to save them. That is beautiful stuff. And the ETC slide with the Sonya. Very well done here from 500MS. LGM now getting the spear onto Snazzy Penguin. Are they able to pick up that kill? No, Oriole is able to keep them up as well. Left, right, and center. HP bars being traded, but only one kill so far.
Yeah, the issue is LGM desperately trying to pick up those rubies on the ground, not able to get them, and he gets taken down. Snazzy Pants goes down as well on Melioric. That's a 3-for-0 trade in favour of 500MS. You can see this whole fight, just how safe Chromie was in the backline, throwing out those Ws and doing so much damage. As we quickly look at damage numbers, we see Valor topping the charts at 38,000, Chromie only at 26,000, but it feels like she's doing so much damage here. Oh, and the puncturing arrow secures the kill.
Yeah, I mean, we saw ETC go down to, I think, 80 HP in the Aegis, and it was really well played from 500MS, and they're going to probably pick up another kill on the Yorick. Just Decacane can't quite keep up with the amount of brawling that is being done between the Valor and the Chromie. The Sonya.
No, exactly. This blue team loves to brawl. It's exactly what this composition is designed to do. You've got the Sonya, it's just a high sustain, high damage composition with the Valor Oriole as well.
Yeah, Oriole's really good. As long as your team can stay alive for 4 seconds, she's more than happy for you to keep brawling. And they're doing really well here. They're looking to put some pressure on the keep as well. Kex now gets temporal looped, but is able to swing around ETC instead. The sleep comes out instead, but no, interrupted by the mosh pit now. 3-man mosh pit is... Kira gets pushed out by the Forceful. Very nicely done here from Jetsam J.
Yeah, it was really well played actually. LGM falling low. There's rubies on the ground. He just desperately needs to go and pick them up. The knockback from ETC is not enough to kill him, but the encore knocks him back further in, and Valor says thank you very much and secures the kill there with that multi-shot.
Yeah, we do see the keep go down as the Punisher has just been wailing on it non-stop during the middle of that fight. So very well done here from 500MS.
Yeah, the red team just not playing around Ruby too much either at the moment. Yeah, you saw the Imperius with all the rubies on the ground. If he walked up, he'd be full health from picking those up.
Yeah, I mean, that is the thing with Ruby. You do need to commit to the team fights almost. You have to get deep and involved, and those rubies have to be well timed so that your Imperius can live. Obviously, Flash of Anger should be able to sustain them in some sort of big brawling fight as well. So they really do need to make sure they get all the way in. Kira did really well with that early game. She made sure she dived in the backline and sort of bothered the Chromie and the Valor, and that was when they were doing well. I think they just need to revert back to them, because even though Kex was dying, it was working out in the long run.
Yeah, Kira brilliantly dodging out on the mosh pit, on the temporal loop there, but we see temporal loop coming down. LGM does pop his ultimate, trying to keep himself alive here. He's taking a lot of damage here. Does land the spear onto ETC, but it's not enough damage. And ETC, and there again, the rubies all on the ground, not quite picked up.
Yeah, it was really well played here from 500ms. They found the Imperius, they caught him out, and with the temporal loop was able to misposition him enough so that Cryon was not able to get that healing to him. Very well done from 500ms.
Yeah, so for level 20 though, if this game goes to level 20, you have to favour the red team actually. Their composition, I mean 20 is such a big power spike. They've got the Kira ult upgrade, you've got Stay a While and Listen upgrade, you've got Entomb, Silence Entomb, and Archon upgrade. It's all just press R to win essentially on the red team at level 20.
So, it's almost press R to silence. Everything does silence almost at that point. But the One Knight is now getting caught out by the whole red team. Able to spin away, though, able to avoid the Kira ultimate. But the Stay a While and Listen does come out to enable him to be interrupted. But he's going back in with the healing. The Whirlwind keeps him alive for so much longer, but does indeed go down.
Yeah, this is the chance now. The Rantners, they're on equal talents. It's level 16 v 18. This is their last equal talent tier fight. Oriole with that whip, stunning Kex. But it looks like the red team are going to try and invade on this hard camp here. And they have to do something. The red team have to do something. Chromie, though, out of position here. Just press R. Lyric, oh, it's not on cooldown, but they do get the stun. The timeout comes out from Chromie. The Aegis comes out on top of it. The Mosh Pit, though, and Valor secures the kill onto Kira. This is a 4v5. But here we go. The damage from the red team is unlocked as LGM?
LGM tries to go deep for early miss, obviously maybe having a grudge from a previous scrim or maybe even just last game wanting to go in deep for that kill. And the blue team are now chasing down Snazzy Bands, but I think he's going to be able to escape. It was a deep dive and it's a 2-for-2 trade in the end.
Yeah, the blue team, they're just chasing them down here. Creon taking a lot of punishment, but will it be able to walk to safety? That old man manages to live, but the shrine is spawning, and it's 4v4 until Imperius and Chromie is back. Imperius will be up just before Chromie, so they could try and commit to this, but Snazzy Pants is extremely low as well. And you have to think, 500ms are just going to siege down this bot keep and try and end with this Punisher.
Yeah, most likely, especially as Ernie Mist is a little bit low on mana, so they're just happy to maybe just auto-attack a few things for a while. They're looking to get down that healing fountain for now. And maybe get a little bit of damage on this keep, because this Punisher, of course, will be an arcane Punisher, which is quite good for ending the game.
Yeah, obviously, since that patch, oh gosh, what was it, about four patches ago now, where they did change all the Punishers. The Entomb comes out, though. You see, with a brilliant mosh pit, they're appealing for his team. The Stay One Listen comes out, but I don't think it's enough. Kex dodging out on the temporal loop, but Imperius goes down. Kex goes down on the Kira. It's 3 kills to nothing, and this looks more and more like it's going to be game.
Yeah, absolutely well done from there. Cryon popping out the Stellar Analyst and to interrupt the mosh pit, but it was just a little bit too late because the damage from Chromie was just phenomenal and able to take out 2 members on the side of the Rantners. The One Knight now trying to spin to win, maybe getting a little bit of pressure. Obviously, the core is able to be damaged because the top keeper's gone down, but they're just clearing the path now for this Punisher.
Yeah, I
don't
think this is defendable. It's not going to get to level 20, in which the red team would just pop off essentially at 20, I think, with their composition. The core's falling. It's 40%. Ernie Mist is not even pressing. He's not padding stats. He's just hitting the core. He wants to go next. It's GG, well played.
GG, well played. Over to the side of 500ms this time. We've got a tied series now here for the inaugural match of the Nexus Rumble.
Yeah, well played to both teams there. But the 500ms, I think they had a composition that they're favoured with. They're well practiced with it. And essentially, Oriole did so much work in those team fights as well. The top shrine fight, where Oriole manages to Aegis a low health ETC, gets the heal off after. ETC turns around with the mosh pit. It was just exceptional play.
Yeah, really well done from them. They obviously know their Oriole Valor inside and out, because those Aegises, yeah, you're absolutely right, was really good. MVP to Drank for that last match, indeed. So the Rantners have gone for first pick. This means that we'll be going map pick once again for 500 MS.
Yeah, so 500ms did pick the first map, Cursed Hollow, in which they did lose, though.
So it could be that the first pick here is the charm for the Rantners. That's what they really need to control their draft. Obviously, Chromie was let through this time. They perhaps didn't anticipate it. Maybe they didn't think it was going to be too much of a problem, but it certainly proved to put out a lot of damage in that game. We are going to be heading over to Dragonshire.
So we're off to Dragonshire. If you're just tuning in, guys, this is !Rumble, and you'll be able to see exactly what it's about. But if you're just tuning in and you're wondering how we got to game number 3, let's cover off the map bans for you, as I've just awarded you guys all your points as well for betting on the team. So we can see on screen now the team in blue, 500ms, banned out Praxis Holdout, and they banned Towers of Doom. The team on the red side, the Rantners, chose to ban out Volskaya and Battlefield of Eternity, and they took us... the red team took us to... Huh? Wait. No. The blue team, 500ms. I can't read what blue and red is. 500ms took us to Cursed Hollow in game number 1, which they tried this sort of quadruple global strategy. Let's just say didn't quite work out as intended, I think. They tried it, didn't work, and game 2 they went to Infernal Shrines, and they popped off in game number 2. So it all comes down to game number 3 here.
Yes, game number 3 between the Rantners and 500ms. A Division 5 team against a Division 7. Both wanting to prove who's the better. They've had scrims in the past. They've been good friends for a long time, maybe. They've as I sort of said previously, 500ms used to be Division 7 with the Rantners. And they've scrimmed as well, so they're good friends, and they really want to show who's boss at this point in time.
Yeah, they all hang out in the same Discord as well, so a little bit of some rivalry as well, and they get to test out their skill levels against each other. Because obviously, if you're a Division 5 team, you're not usually going to want to scrim a Division 7 team, and if you're a Division 7 team, you don't usually get to scrim a Division 5 team. So it's perfect practice for the Rantners. And from what I've seen so far, if any Division 7 players are watching, I'd be fearful of the Rantners.
Yeah, I mean, they did really well in game number 1. They sort of showed that their ganking was sort of on par, and really absolutely able to destroy things. So they sort of, they really showed that they could gank effectively, get some kills, get a good lead, and keep it going. It was really nicely done from them.
Really nicely done. Guys, you know the drill by now. There will be a contest up on screen in between us, and you'll be able to see, you'll be able to bet your points on them. !Bet A, I'm a number of points for the team on the left-hand side. !Bet B, I'm a number of points for the team on the right-hand side. Now, you can wait till the draft is over. There's always enough time to wait till the draft is over with.
Yeah. There was plenty of time. I bet on the Rantners both times, but unfortunately, I was wrong the second time. I'm not sure what about this time. They have banned the Rexar, so they're thinking about that top lane, which is all important on Dragonshire.
Yep. Obviously, if you don't have a Rexar player and your first pick, then you can try and bait your opponent to ban it out. But if they know you don't play Rexar, then obviously you're just going to have to ban it. It's quite a strong pick, dominating essentially on this map. There are some counters to it, obviously, and you can play around different compositions, but it just feels a little bit oppressive. And the solo lane usually ends up crying the whole game because I have to play against Misha and the Rexar. It is cheating, I agree, but there we are. But this time, leaving the Zul open, Snazzy Pants locks in the Zul. But Chromie is open again.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I would have not expected. They obviously respect the Mei and the Rexar more, but we see Decadent Kane and Greymane picked up instead. Maybe they think we can probably leave Chromie. It's obviously they don't really focus on it. They're thinking the camps, and they're thinking of disrupting maybe Cryon. Cryon has shown that Decadent Kane was pretty good. There were some really good stay a while and listens coming out from Cryon last game, so it's something I would respect. And obviously Drank 4 is definitely this game. Maybe they're showing them how it's done.
Showing them how it's done. But it's going to be Anna Orphea. Now, I really like the setup so far here. I wonder if this is going to be a Zul 4-man, then I really like this comp.
Now, Snazzy Pants was the Leoric player last game, so it seems like they may be looking to have a solo lane. But it could be a swap around, could be a bit of a switcheroo, you never know. It's always a good bit of fun having a switcheroo at the end of the draft, and we see the Garrosh banned out, so what tank are they thinking of? They've banned out the ETC, they've banned out Garrosh, Johanna is still available, of course, Mei has been banned out, Imperius is still available as well. That is something I could see being picked up by 500ms.
They don't want to ban. They want to play into it, so they opt to ban it out. And obviously, no Deckard Cain needed to ban. But what we're going to get on this side is going to be Sylvanas again. They're not wanting to play against the Sylvanas, which has been banned out every time so far in this series.
It's a wonderful copy pasta that everyone has done in chat. Thank you very much for everyone. But yeah, a Sylvanas ban against the Orphea. I think that makes a little bit of sense. And we have seen Anna come through now, but we see Chen, the one night playing Chen. That's a hero I haven't seen in a long time, Aviator.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? He got low-key buffed with the PTR as well, because the medallion that you're going to have is a pre-cleanse. So you can always guarantee that your ultimate will go off. Always. There's no possible way unless you mess up pushing a button. Same with Sanctification, so it's going to be game-changing, actually.
Yeah, of course I will be on a 300-second cooldown, but I think that's impactful enough for sure to win over a team fight. We see Johanna and Junkrat picked up at the end, but we did see Diablo as well. Diablo's an interesting tank for this map. You know, there's a lot of walls to bang people on, and we see Tracer as that last pickup. For 500 MS. Do you know anything about Cloud being a good Tracer player?
I do not. I don't know if he does play it. Well, obviously he plays it since he's picked it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how proficient. But hopefully, well, I assume he knows what he's doing, picking it up here. I don't dislike the Tracer here into this, but they have got a lot of lockdown from this team.
Yeah, it's something you really have to watch out for, because a Tracer player being a nightmare can be a right nightmare. It can be something that you have to watch out for. So we'll have to watch out on Cloud on some of the ganks coming down. But I do like the composition from the Rantners once again. So I'll be putting bet B 200 points once again.
So third time lucky, maybe transparent.
Yeah. I've got my hopes on the Division 17. They've proved me right in game number 1, and they're going to prove me again in game number 3.
You hope. Find out soon after this game. As we head into the game, we've got the little game. Let's go. Best of 3. So the final game in this inaugural Nexus Cup lower sort of division of it. But here we go, introducing the teams. So last time today is going to be 500 MS on the left-hand side in blue. Cloud playing Tracer, the One Night playing Chen, Drakva on the Deckard Cain, Snazzy Penguin on ETC, and Ernie Mist playing Greymin.
Yep, and over on the red team, we have the Rantners looking to take game number 3. We have Kex on Orphea, LGM on Johanna, Anna being played by Cryon, Zul played by Snazzy Pants, and Jet Sam J on that Junkrat, maybe to make some explosions.
Explosions. It makes me think of the song. I can't think who's. Oh, I remember now. Anyway, talents. We do see Tracer going for the 1-2 punch. Obviously, pretty standard. And this time around, we do see Sapphire coming out from the Deckard Cain.
Yeah, so looking more at those gems, maybe slowing people down. No damage, armor reduction from Deckard Cain this time. And he has set up some potions pre-set up on the Bruiser camp. So I think Greymin will be heading up there shortly. Picking up a potion on the way, I'm sure, and doing that camp solo. So yeah, nice play here.
Meanwhile, though, top lane. Okay, if any of you players do this, I detest you all for this. This is such a feels bad moment when you're the off lane, right? And you look at this. Look at this. Chen and Tracer just going top and just trying to snipe the well in the top lane.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't my team's whole tactic on Dragonshire. But it is pretty impactful, so nice play from them, but they haven't quite done it yet, and Cloud's just going to go up there and pick it off instead. But we do see a little bit of posturing, maybe. Cloud now, sniping that well. The Rantners picking up their first early camp out of these whole series. That's really well done from them, making sure to get the pressure in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're learning. Obviously, they know camp control on this map is very important, and shrine control. Now, what I love about the Junkrat is you want to leave Junkrat bot lane, and he can set it with his mines, his traps, and he's so infuriating to play against, because then you can just rotate as 3 with that Johanna, Orphea, Anna kind of combo to clear mid, and then rotate back bot. That's essentially what this draft should be doing. Leave the Junkrat bot lane, and then rotate as 3.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing. You know, they're rotating up. Johanna's mid at the moment. Junkrat's just harassing as much as they can bot, and Drakfor now gets pushed out on the bot lane, but Junkrat is no longer going to be able to pick him up. We you see a little bit of brawling on the top lane. One Knight is having to clear out this camp as the 3-man from the Rantners clear down to the Bruiser camp of their own. They're now taking over the top shrine. The momentum swings the other way, the top lane, and it swings back the other on the bot lane. So both teams just trading places at the moment.
Yeah, both teams trading shrines. Obviously, you just want to control. It's a game of. Dragon Shire is one of my favourite maps, just because you know you can control either 3 points and you're going to be okay. Oh, almost the Junkrat plays there, knocking Greymane over, but they are going to have to send someone down to the bot lane. Otherwise, Greymane is just going to be able to siege up and take this wall.
Yeah, there's a bit of a 4-man brawl at the top here. Snazzypants trying their best, and they've managed to put a bit of damage onto the Chen and to the Tracer. Obviously, there's no healer at the top here, but they've only been able to get one tower. And Greymane falls to the bot lane. Is that a beautiful play here from the Junkrat, knocking them over?
Oh, that was a spray moment there. If ever you've seen one from the Junkrat, should have definitely dropped the spray after booping the Greymane there to death. But both shrines being channeled out for the blue team.
Yep, it is obviously now the red team looking to try and make sure that they don't get the shrine taken over. They got the kill, but they aren't able to get the momentum just yet. Decacane is trying their best to stall at the bot lane, but Johanna's now coming in to disrupt the shrine, and Dragforce gets booped away actually by Jetsam J.
Yeah, now you need to be careful here because Johanna doesn't have her Iron Skin available, and Diablo's going to have his combo up very soon. But we do see the rotation coming in now from Anna and Orphea, and we're going to see our first team fight pretty much of this game. Orphea, though, is frontlining here, and Johanna went to mid.
Yep, there we see Kex getting lower and lower on the Orphea. Johanna's having to interrupt mid as Cloud is looking to maybe try and get the channel as soon as possible. Anna putting out as much damage as she can as well, trying to make sure the sleep's only miss, getting lower and lower, but able to peel away, pick up some potions.
Yeah, Decacane obviously just throwing out potions. Pretty nice, relaxed healer to play. Drop the potions and profit as long as your team picks them up. But Zul is able to take the top lane now, so they are going to be able to rotate back down to the mid lane. Johanna, though, Tracer falling extremely low here, is going to have to try and dash out, but Johanna does save that Iron Skin really low, but Kex gets taken down by Greymane.
Yep, well done from Ernie Mist here. Snazzypants maybe looking for the flank, but Cloud able to pick up a couple of rubies and full HP once again. Really nicely done on the side of 5 MS there. Might look up to take the first Dragonite of the game with this momentum.
Yep. And this is the thing at the moment, you just see so much momentum from the blue team at present, and they're even going to try and invade onto this easy camp.
Yeah, this is a bit of a risky play. I would have preferred them just to go for the Dragon Knight, but it looks like they're looking to snipe away the camp instead. And LGM and Jetsam J are going to take over this bot shrine. So might get scouted out here by Kex, but no, Cloud is just going to be able to dance around on the siege camp and take it. There's going to be a big flank here coming from a Decacane and a Tracer. Are they going to be able to do anything with it? Obviously, Greymane has Hearth instead. But it's just going to annoy the red team, if anything.
They're going to have to clear this out. They need to clear it out there. Otherwise, this will just take the fort completely uncontested. And you don't want to give a free fort to an easy camp. But they are going to try and get the kill onto Diablo here. Diablo taking a lot of damage. But the Ruby comes out. And look at this. Diablo, full health. If Tracer didn't steal the Ruby.
Obviously, the Nexus Rumble isn't part of the main series of Heroes Lounge, so teams are able to do a little bit more risky plays. But Kex now on falling extremely low, 100 HP, able to sustain himself a little bit. But Diablo, well, I think goes a minion auto attack, actually takes him down. Ernie Mist looking to try and invade onto the Junkrat as well. But beautiful blinds coming out from Johanna just to stop any sort of additional momentum from the blue team.
And meanwhile, the siege camp did take the fort pretty much. So you should see the blue team step up here and make sure they secure this fort. And they can dive past it here. They do need Cloud.
I just need to auto attack it a couple of times. It really does go down. There we go. Periodic catapult and XP now for the blue team in this bottom lane.
Yeah, obviously top lane, Zul is... I think Zul loses the lane, right? Because Chen can just evade the basic attacks, essentially. And I assume that the W counts as a basic attack from Zul.
It does indeed, yeah. So I think eventually One Knight will do something about it. We do have level 10s now come in for both teams. We have got the Stale One Lissel as well as the Storm, Earth, Wind and Fire. But we see Lightning Breath this time from Diablo instead of the Apocalypse that we had previously. So a little more sustained damage and trying to disrupt the enemy team with Lightning Breath instead of big stuns.
Yeah, we see the Riptide coming out there, just being used to zone them out. It's a bit of damage onto this Dragon Knight as well. Anna with the Sleep Dart though. Can they secure anything in? Johanna goes in. Oh, gets kicked away though, and that's a goal. Gets knocked over the towers, and she's going to be running for her life. She's going to try and Hearth. I don't think you're going to get away with this one, LGM.
No, maybe if they'd hidden away, but they are indeed going to be there. They're so deep in, and they even tried to use the Blessed Shield to maybe escape, but Anna's not quite there to heal them just yet. And the Dragon Knight, meanwhile, has just been poking away at the mid lane, but Cloud is looking to try and chase down. But Kex is doing really well to combat the Tracer.
Oh, but the Diablo flank though on the side here. The Stay a While and Listen, not quite there. Actually flipped back in to the Stay a While and Listen here and waited for Tracer to be able to land the bomb here. Lightning Breath comes out as well. And that's a kill onto Anna. That was really nicely played by the Diablo, actually, because he flipped the Anna in and then immediately didn't auto-attack her, waited for the Tracer to come in with the bomb, and then set up for that Lightning Breath to finish her off. So, very good play.
Yeah, snazzy play here from the Snazzy Penguin.
Snazy Penguin.
Yeah, really nicely done from them. They've obviously got a little bit of coordination here, and they're trying to style on this Division 7 opponent, the Rantners. They are good friends of 500MS, so they are looking to make sure they can best them here in the Nexus Rumble. This is the third match here. It's 1-1. And it looks like 500MS are in the driving seat for this match so far.
Yeah, and we have another series to go after this as well. There will be the upper section of the Nexus Rumble, which will be between Divisions 1 to 4. But we do see an invade onto this HUD, onto this easy camp here. Junkrat on the other side, though, is going to use this Riptide to just try and put some damage on them. Never mind, it gets taken out.
Yeah, and blue team able to pick it up, and they've got a lot of pressure coming down in this bot lane. Obviously, we've got Greymane and Tracer, both auto attackers, so can do a lot of siege damage quite nice and easily. LGM now pushing in, and Snazzy Penguin does get pushed over. The keeper's now hitting them hard, and so is Greymane getting hit as well. Kex being Nano Boost, picking up kills after kills. Are they able to get anything more? They still have a lot of damage coming out, but they miss the Q just then as Cloud expertly dodges. And that's going to be all the momentum they can get. 2 kills, though. It's going to put them back in the game, Aviator.
Yeah, the catch-up experience, you can already see it. It's propelled them to level 13 here. And now they should invade this easy camp. It's going to be scouted out by the Junkrat. Johanna's going top, though. No, just a ring around the Rosie. No?
Maybe they're looking to snipe the Bruiser camp, perhaps, it seems. Yep, a little bit of a different camp style here from the side of the red team. Cryon coming to back them up as well. Blue team, meanwhile, have picked up their siege camp at the bottom. Double Bruiser camp, and Ernie Mist now sees it and is doesn't quite realize that there's 4 people from the red team there. I think a bit of an underestimation, but you probably don't expect the whole of the red team to be there.
It's like he sort of map clicked there, or like A clicked towards it, just started auto attacking, and then just went, I'm here now. Jumps in and just get taken down by the team. Oh, Blessed Shield coming out though onto the Deckard Kane here. Riptide coming out as well as the Zor CC follow up. But again, the Riptide is taken down. But Orphea goes back in, trying to get the kill. Still One Listen isn't coming out in time. Orphea tanking the fort though and gets taken down. But they do secure the kill onto Diablo as well. And that's a Diablo without souls, so he will be the full spawn time here. The route onto Chen. Chen doesn't have his ultimate for 10 seconds here. He desperately wants to try and survive until that, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. He does pop the evasion, but I think he's going to get taken down by himself, and does.
Yeah, that stagger damage just proving to be too much. Yeah, beautiful stuff here from the Rantners, able to get a few kills in their momentous spree here, really putting them back into the game. Obviously, Zul's having to clear out the bot lane, but yeah, they've done really well.
Yeah, they propelled themselves with those couple of kills here. But we are going to see Junkrat into Tracer, and this is not a favourable matchup for the Junkrat here. He's going to have to try and boop himself to safety, and does. Cloud now needs to be careful. Doesn't want to get
really well done by Jetsam J, but Snazzy Pants is looking to maybe get the root or the sleep as well. I'm not sure if the Tracer's going to be able to escape this too well. Obviously, the cleanse themselves, but that's a beautiful amount of stuns. Oh. Very well done here from the red team.
Division 7 completely timing their CC there. Chain CCing the Tracer and using Blessed Shield as well. It's so frustrating actually when Johannas just don't press R. They think that there's going to be enough damage or enough CC, so really nice use from LGM.
Yeah, they are doing so well. And if there's any time to show up and turn on, it is the Nexus Rumble. This is what it's all about. Showing your friends, showing your enemies who is best. And the Rantners are not taking any more from 500MS.
Not at all here. Now, what can they get done with this though? The bottom shrine is being channeled. They do have top as well, and Johanna is currently in the mid lane. And Johanna manages to get the Dragon Knight. Not interrupted in time by Diablo. Mistimed Fire Stomp there, not actually interrupting him.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but well done here from Johanna. Now bringing it down into the bot lane. Cloud trying to put as much damage as possible onto it. But we do see Junkrat using the Riptide maybe to zone out a little bit of damage. maybe trying to get a little bit onto the Tracer, but Tracer is able to dodge it. Meanwhile, One Knight is putting a heck of a lot of damage onto Cryon. Obviously, Chen is able to just dive Anna without any consequences. It's able to get the kill, but are they going to be able to get out? The time is up on their Earthstorm, Wind and
What?
Fire.
Where is the Dragon Knight? What is it doing? Does he think it's the blue team's Dragon Knight?
I think he's just looking for a bit of defense. He knows that his HP bar is numbered, and it is going down quicker and quicker as we see Chen and Greymane try their best to blitz it. But it's a defensive Dragon Knight here from the side of the Rantners.
I
think we just see the dive pressure from 509S just proving that you can just dive past the Dragon Knight and get a couple of kills. And when the tank
caught on the wrong side though here, but Diablo trying to peel from the blessed shield comes out. Ernie desperately trying to live here, does take some potions and ease to safety there. Orphea ult missing out there as Diablo with that lightning breath stands still and takes down the Orphea. Nano boost Zul comes out there, and that's actually kind of scary as he does have this sort of Tinder build post 13. So he's just swipe. The big stay while listening lands onto 4 here. Chen goes back in. They want to get the damage done, but Chen doesn't have his ultimate, and Greymane not using R just yet. Doesn't want to go back in yet either. The Riptide comes out. Johanna zoning them off here. The Riptide is going to come out to put some damage onto Drakthor, but Unimis taking a lot of damage again from this Zul. Just swiping left, swiping right. And they're chasing them down here. The Sleep Dart comes out. But Junkrat moves the Chen to safety, and Chen will walk away.
Yeah, nicely done here from both teams. Almost sort of really good offensive defense from the Rantners, but very well done to just walk away from 500 MS. They got out with a sliver of HP each. But now the camp's being picked up by the red team. They're looking for this bot bruiser camp. Zul is able to pick up the top one all by himself, and Cloud is maybe trying to think of, I can do a cheeky siege camp again, but I don't think you'll get away with it this time somehow, Cloud.
Yeah, and Unimis, meanwhile, taking this camp, obviously does have that level 13 unfettered assault. This is sort of like a melee Greymane, essentially. You just want to be in Morgan form the whole time, essentially, with this build.
And we see the nano boost coming out on the Orphea now. Are they going to look for a kill on the Diablo? The Stair 1 Little does come out and puts 2 of them to sleep. That is going to be a big combo. We see the Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo, maybe trying to burn down LGM and Kex, but no one is able to follow up. The big stun coming out from the Diablo, but the boot from Jetsam, very nicely done. Kex is going lower and lower, and Greymane is able to pick them up quickly. Very nicely done now. A full soul Diablo, able to try and put a bit of pressure. Ernie missed, falling lower and lower from the Zul's pressure on the side, but Jetsam J is going to get a kill on the Diablo. Really well done here from the Rantners. Cloud trying to look to get the kill onto Anna instead, but Ernie missed. Just keep going, and it's relentless with the kills.
Tracer's so unlucky. She recalled into the trap, but Unimis does have his ultimate here and might be able to take them all down here. Does get the second kill as the Greymane is just nom chasing down this Junkrat.
Yeah.
Also tap the Junkrat. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And Unimis securing 3 kills for his team there.
Ouchie coming out from Cryon. Yep, that really was ouchie. Unimis has gone for the tooth and claw, so for basically a tank's cleave. I was really hoping that they were going to go for the reset and go for the throat, as they got so many kills with it at that point.
Yeah, it could have been big value if he picked his 20, but I think he'd already used it before 20 had sort of kicked in the first time, so he only had the first free reset of go for the throat. But this should be game now. Obviously, you're going to have a Greymane on core. Greymane has extremely high siege damage. Oh, but the Sapphire is slow, and Orphea could get taken down here. They dodge out on the ult, but Orphea self-healing here, trying to stay alive. But Greymane jumps in. He does have potions available to him and secures the kill onto Orphea, and that's going to be game.
Yeah, that is indeed going to be game. We do see Dragon Knight coming down here, maybe to a little bit of damage on the core. There's 3 Siege Giants, a Catapult soon to follow, and obviously the Dragon Knight. Very well done here from 5MS, taking our first ever Nexus Rumble lower champions. They have got the crown. If you think you can take them on, put Rumble in the chat, exclamation mark Rumble, and sign up.
Absolutely.
Our lower champions.
Absolutely. Really well played by 500MS. They looked a bit shaky in parts, and the Rantners definitely had a good comeback. Sort of as soon as they had a few kills from that Orphea, they were able to sort of steamroll ahead. But unfortunately, 500MS, or fortunately, if you're a 500MS supporter, they did secure that. They secured their first game. So guys, Game 1 of the Nexus Rumble. Match 1 done. Don't go anywhere. We do have match 2 coming up. Next, we'll go to probably a 2-minute break quickly, and then we'll set up the lobbies, etc. And when you come back, the lobby will be there. We'll be ready to go for the Nexus Rumble Upper Series.
Yep, don't go anywhere.